Just, okay. Olive. Hi. Yeah, thank you. I love you. You gonna sit? Today I wanted to record here on the ground. I was just gonna do some tapping on the hardwood. I don't know the full history of my building, but I did some digging. I looked as deep as I could go, and I do believe that these are the original hardwood floors. If not, they're very close to the original hardwood. There's like a old photo from, I want to say from like the 40s. Of my building. I thought about putting it up on the screen, but I don't want y'all are some freaks. Y'all are gonna find my house. But the earliest not photo, but the earliest documents I could find about my building existing was from the 1910s. So my building is over 100 years old, which is crazy. And these hardwood floors are either just as old or like at least 60 or 70 years old, because the photo that was taken, I think maybe 60. No, what the 1940s is 80 years ago. What the fuck? Wait, did I do that right? Yeah. Which is crazy. And the 40s had pretty much the same exact facade that we currently do. I mean, structurally at least. Like, they didn't really expand the building all that much when they like shrinked the streets, because the streets used to be really wide back then because of all the horses and carriages. I don't really know why they were so wide. Well, you had less people, you didn't need as many people stacked on top of each other, but all that to say, these floors are very, 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 very old. It looks like it. I mean, there's a lot of like character, and there's scrapes and scratch. I mean, there's so much detail. Some of it's from me. Most of it's not. Most of it is not. But I do wonder if I should get this resealed. Can I reach out to my management to protect it more? Because there's parts that I can really feel the grain. And then there's like right here. It's also squeaky. Should I not do that? Oh, wait. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had something for sound profile in post, so I can make sure the audio is quiet enough, so there's not my computer whirring in the background. I should probably let myself know, so I'm just gonna do this. So when I edit, I know that the sound profile is right around there. Or it's right around 9 minutes. I can remember that, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, my management should come in and like reseal the floors or like just re-protect them or whatever every few years. I know they're supposed to come in and repaint every like 3. I've been here for 4 though, and they haven't done anything. Granted, they're not gonna do it if I don't ask, but I found that out recently that at least here in New York, that they're supposed to come in and repaint walls for you if you are interested in that every 3 years, which is nice. We need it, kind of from like moving furniture around, and like some stuff is scraped against the wall and like kind of marked it, not like scraped against the wall where it damaged, but just like, you know, wear and tear. Like our trash can is against the wall, and sometimes the lid hits it, and so there's like a little gray mark on the wall from where the trash can lid hits. Not damaging the wall, but it's like the paint is not fresh. It's always so weird to ask for someone to come into my apartment though and do something that I'm more than capable of. That's what I have an issue with. Like, I wouldn't, if I just could, if they made it easy where I could be like, hey, I'm gonna repaint over the normal wear and tear of living, can you just reimburse me for the paint and the brushes or whatever? And let me know what paint you used last time. The resealing of the hardwood or whatever would be something I would want a professional to do. is rolling like that with my left hand. Does do the nails or the fingers sound better? It's like a higher click, or is it the lower thud that sounds better to you? Imagine my neighbor beneath me is home, and they just think something weird is just a little mouse is tapping away, a little rat, a little New York City rat tapping away. We've never had to deal with rats in our apartment. I mean, I've kicked one on accident out in the street when I was walking. It tried to zoom across the sidewalk, and my foot caught it. It was a heavy rat too. Thick boy, thick girl. I don't know. Thick them. Can rats be non-binary? So there's some non-binary rats. Let me tell you what. I'm just kidding. Stop. Anyway. No, big rat, kind of like scurried along, and I'm walking my normal pace, and it did not quite get far enough ahead of my foot, and like, here's the rat, right, scurrying along, and my foot got like up underneath it in between its legs and went boom, and threw it kind of with my foot. It was fine, landed on its feet and then kept scurrying around, but I think I was more scared than it was. Yeah. Shout out to rats. I can't believe it. We have a rat czar in New York City who's like in charge of getting rid of rats, but I say let them be. Like, do the things that you need to do to keep them out of people's apartments and out of restaurants, right? Like, keep it cleanly and like have things in place so that rats can't be where they're not, like where you're living, and you don't have to worry about like that sort of thing. I think that that's fair, but like killing them out when they're just outside, out in the wild, it's like, bro, that's their territory. Let them be. Let them eat the little trash. I don't know that much about rats, nor the politics behind rats, but like, as a living being, I want them to like exist and have their space. And I'm not into like going out and like, they're like putting birth control in the rats' water currently is what their plan is, so that like they can't continue to populate New York City. And I don't really fuck with that, because they're, one, I think they're kind of cute, I know I might be in the minority here, and I've also never had to deal with a rat problem in my apartment, so I'm fortunate for that. But like, I kind of want them to just run outside, like like a squirrel. Like how you see squirrels out in the park. Like, just let them be. Let them get the little trash, like raccoons out in the park. Let them scrounge for little scraps of meat and shit in the trash. Like, let them thrive out there. Just do what's right to make sure that they don't get inside. Like, make sure you upkeep your buildings and do proper maintenance so that they can't be in restaurants or like in your living space. Like, I feel like you're attacking the wrong point. Like, proper maintenance on buildings and seals on windows and buildings and crevices and all that stuff, that should be maintained better than like just killing the rat. I don't think killing the rats or like stopping them from reproducing is the solution. Am I crazy for thinking that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Again, I've never had a rat problem, so I don't have a bias towards them, you know. I'm very sleepy. I could fall asleep to these sounds. I hope you are as well. I have not had this long of extended tummy time in a very long time. It's good to have tummy time, but I don't know if it's good to have this long of it all at once. Because now my stomach is starting to hurt, kinda. Luckily, like, the pillow keeps, like, my... How do I say this? The pillow and my knees keep the center mass, let's call it that, right? Keeps my center mass from getting crushed. If you know, you know. You know? Center mass. That's crazy. I'm recording this on Valentine's Day, and I just realized I'm not wearing my Valentine's Day gift. Let me grab it really quick. It's a strap-on, just kidding. Imagine. I took it off to take a shower, but it's my ring. It's a ring. Got a little pearl. It's just from Vitali, I believe is how you say it. So it's not too expensive. It's not, I mean, like, rings can get really expensive, so this was like 60 or 70, I think, so it's been one of my favorite gifts I've ever got. So shout out to my partner, shout out Valentine's Day, shout out. This video is coming out so much because I'm trying to stay ahead of my ahead of the game and schedule out videos. So this is gonna come out so much later than Valentine's Day. It might come out the next month. I don't. Am I a month out now already? I don't remember. I don't remember. I vacuumed today. Well, I had my robot vacuum today. And I found some crumbs from when I was eating food